All right, so we continue playing with the spirals. This one we call spiral dance. It's also been called serving teacups or swirling plates. And this is a playful practice that works the whole body. It limbers the spine, the hips. It's kind of an all-in-one. And we're good and warmed up for this now. And the idea is that you pretend that you're holding a cup of tea or a plate, and you're going to keep your palm up the whole time. So we bring the hand forward. Imagine that like you're receiving, we'll imagine it's a plate today. So someone's putting a flat plate with something wonderful to eat on your hand, and you bring that plate in, and we're going to draw a circle around the belt line. Okay, so that's the second part. Keep the palm up and come all the way around to your back. And then now you duck under, bring your hand all the way out to the side, and keep moving your hips so that you can bring the plate around and serve it. And try the other. So we bring the hand forward, receive the plate, draw a circle around the belt line, all the way up and around, and serve the plate. So even as your hand is doing this full rotation, your hips are also doing a full rotation. So the whole body's moving. So you got to kind of let your hips go so that they can move and flow, using a little bit of core strength to steady your back, and let it be a little bit playful. So bring a hand forward and then around. The first direction we're going is leading with the pinky finger. So the pinky finger is leading. And then the other one, the hand first comes forward, receive the plate, and then in and around and underneath, and plate comes forward. Good. And around and forward and smile. Now imagine that there is someone who you truly feel honored to serve is there in front of you. So that's who you're offering this plate of something delicious to. Okay. Now, if you'd like to try the other way, we start with the hand in front. And this time we lead with the thumb. So we go up first, underneath the hand, and then around and in and serve the plate. So the hand comes up, leading with the thumb. You got to get underneath of it, really let the hips circle. And then here it is. You've got to let this be a little playful. And notice how it's moving your whole body, everywhere from your feet all the way up to the head and the shoulders are swirling. Okay, and relax for a moment. Shake out your legs. Now, if you'd like to get fancy, we do both at the same time. So one hand is moving the first way that we did it, leading with the pinky, and the other hand is leading with the thumbs. So get one hand going and then see where the other one wants to be. It's a little bit like patting your head and rubbing a circle in your stomach, okay? So just play with it. You bring one, the pinky side comes in on one hand while the thumb goes out the other. And then they're both overhead. And then sometimes it helps to go slower, sometimes it helps to go faster, but you can't overthink it. And then reverse it. Let your eyes close. And let your whole body enjoy either the two at the same time, or you can go back to just one. And relax. Now we're going to simplify for our today's moving meditation, which is called painting infinity. So with great relief, you're letting one hand lead the other. So with the moving meditations, we're seeking to find a way that we can move that's effortless. So with this one, we're imagining we're painting the shape of infinity in front of us. It can be down low, it can be up high. And we're trying to keep the shoulders relaxed. You can do different steps with it, stepping from side to side. And explore and feel what it's like to be moving with no effort at all. Let out a sigh or a sound. And then breathing through your nose. And imagine that every breath in is bringing in fresh energy from the benevolent universe around you. And every breath out is releasing the old. Letting this energy of spring be fully embodied. Relaxing into a smile. The movements can be a little bigger, a little smaller. The hands can be up in the air or down low. Taking these next few minutes now to feel deeply. Now, even as the hands move less, that energy within that we've generated and circulated will continue. You might imagine that this infinity shape is moving with your breath and that it's coming out, up the outside and down the middle. So as the breath moves, this energy is swirling. And then there's another option, so this might feel natural to you. There's another option called the fountain, where the energy is moving up the center of our body and then out and around the outside at the same time. So instead of the infinity shape, it's more like two circles. And let your body bend and roll, the backs of the hands come up the middle, and then gently, naturally down the outside. Rolling up the inside, exhaling down the outside. And then letting the movements get smaller. Check that your feet are a good width apart, and then letting the knees softly bend. And the hands land, holding the chi ball in front of your lower energy center. And we'll let the outer body become still here for the last few minutes for this standing meditation called embracing the tree. So your hands can stay nice and low. Imagine that there's a tree in front of you. It's okay if the hands are up higher as well, but only do that if you can keep relaxed in the shoulders. It's fine to be low. Okay, so we have an option here with the hands embracing the tree, or another option with the hands facing each other, holding the chi ball. Either way, we want to be completely relaxed, letting the knees soften, tailbone is heavy, the shoulders are back and down, so the sternum lifts, the top of the head lifts. And here's where you breathe. Keeping your attention focused within, letting the outer body become still, yin, and the inner energy is still yang. It's still circulating. There's movement within, even while the outer body is still. Lightly engage your pelvic floor. Lightly lift the tips of the toes so that your feet are engaged. And breathe here. Keep finding ways to stay. Whenever there's some tension, release it, relax it. Let your attention be glued to your breath. And then gently releasing. Step your feet in. And let's bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. Making a choice now to come to lie down to rest, to sit for meditation for a little while, or to come to end the class with the rest of us. Feeling that breath now equally, the equinox of the breath into the belly and into the chest. When your breath is deep and full, the body is receiving the nourishment that it needs, and your mind can settle into peace and presence. Thank you all very much. It's an honor to walk this path with you. Thank you for the gift of being able to share this practice with you today.